All right, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to the WFO Racing League's Twisted Tuesday K&N Pro Series here at Auto Club, which is California Speedway here tonight. We got 100 laps of some exciting action coming up to you. We're going to go over the starting grid real quick. On the pole tonight for the Snowflake 200 here at Auto Club is going to be that number 10 of Ricky Fagande. Outside of him starting P2 tonight, that number 20 car is going to be Russell Charneski. Starting third tonight, you're going to see Austin Wagner driving that number 19 car. To his outside and fourth is going to be that number 9 of Tyler Red the Barber Lambert. Starting fifth tonight, it's going to be Corey Cook in the 61, and to his outside and sixth, you'll see that number 13 of Adam McKinney. Starting seventh tonight, we got Dylan Altum in the 92. To his outside and eighth, we'll see Zach McDaniel in the 42. Starting ninth tonight, Troy Cook driving the number 51, and to his outside and 10th is going to be Thomas Cristiano in the 58. Starting 11th tonight, Brett Osborne in the 66. To his outside and 12th is going to be Adam Tips in the number 54. 13th tonight is going to be Garrett Helmlinger in the 77. To his outside and 14th, you'll see the 04 Larry Anderson. 15th tonight, Leo Lortz. This car number's not coming up here. It's going to be car number 108. To his outside and 16th is going to be Jorge Bustos in the 21. You see the field just now starting to pace around. 17th tonight, we got Jeff Martin driving the number 14. To his outside and 18th is going to be the 38 of Derek Robinson. 19th tonight, the fan favorite. That's the 3-car Hal Lamy, already getting a whole bunch of votes in here before we've even taken the green flag tonight. So that'll show you the popularity of that 3-car. To his outside and 20th is going to be Trent Ripley driving a 09. 21st tonight's Glenn Jamison in the 63. To his outside's his teammate in the number 70. That's going to be Burt Wilson in 22nd. 23rd tonight is Tim Hamlet, but he will be admin in the race. Starting 24th is going to be Michael Updegraff in the number 96. And that's going to do it tonight. 24 cars make up the field here. And we're getting ready to go green. Keep an eye on that pace car right outside of turn 4, making a left turn, headed to pit road. And we are green flagging racing here at Auto Club Speedway tonight. Russell Charneski launching like a rocket on the start of this in that number 20 car. Charneski getting a great start. Good push from the number 8 right there, or the number 9 actually. That's going to be Red the Barber. Tyler Lambert got that car up there fighting for second position on the outside of that number 10 car. Nice clean start for the drivers here at WFO Racing. I see Coop in the chat. Oh, now I found him. We'll get him up here in the broadcast booth. Bradley Cooper, we got you in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Awesome. Glad to hear you made it tonight.
Sounds like you've recovered slightly from your sickness.
Yeah, I got some medicine in me to clear my sinuses a little bit, and it seems to be helping some.
Good.
But still got the nice headache that goes along with it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Got a good race so far. You can see him fanned out a little bit. That looks like it's back, towards the top end of the top 10 there?
Yeah.
51 Troy Cook there, the 42 Zach McDaniel, 13 Adam McKinney, 77 of Helmlinger out there. I've seen the 66 of Brett Osborne. There's contact. 66 and 54 make contact. They're both going around in the infield, and we're going to stay green.
Fell down off the track. It's going to keep going.
Yep, they fell down to that infield there, and iRacing will not throw a caution for that. I hate to see it for the 54. It looked like the 66 might have just not realized he was there and come down across some, Coop. Oh, we got one in the wall right there. The 13 of McKinney touches the wall a little bit, and there's going to be a little contact with the 77, but the 77 is going to keep it under control. Man, these guys are racing hard back here. Looks like it's the last lap, Coop.
I think the setup tightened up a lot sooner than I thought it would.
Yeah, the guys compared the car to having no turning ability whatsoever.
It tightened up, and them guys are running out of track to come out of 4.
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. You can see them tapping the wall. I've seen about 2 or 3 of them do it now. We're going to keep an eye on this race back here, though. Right behind McKinney, especially where that number 70 and 77 are there. You see the 108 of Leo Lortz running up on the bumper of the 77. We're going to be counting the laps down for you, Leo, to see if you make it past lap 11. 11-lap Leo. He got him that router, though. I'm pretty sure it's straightened out, so he might make it past that. Well, hello, Diana. Hello to everyone else joining us in the broadcast tonight. We welcome you in here. It's going to be a good one. Might not be a good broadcast, but it'll be a good race, Coop.
Oh, yeah. It's an excellent race. I can't speak for either one of us on the...
Exactly. Had to get Nation to add your name up there to the Village Idiots list.
Awesome. I'm officially... There wasn't any kind of, like, phasing or anything, though. You guys got to do, like, a paternity thing.
Oh, no. We just roll it in gently here. We figure it's bad enough when you got your name up there and, and underneath of it says Village Idiots.
Did I just say paternity? Wow, I'm a moron.
Man, I got the volume cranking in my headset tonight. I think that's Nation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What's up?
You and your sound effects.
I get bored easily, Vern.
I know. Look at that. That 20 car, Charneski found his way up to the lead. He put Fagande back there in the second position now.
Fagun's no slouch at this track. He's very good at coming back, 10, 15 laps down the road. I know that's going to be a pit stop.
Well, and that might be why he dropped back there to take care of his tires a little bit, not push it too hard. But I'll tell you who I'm really impressed with. That's that cat in third right there, Red the Barber. Just as I say that, Fagande and that 10 car is going back to the lead here. Actually, it was Charneski who got out for it first and was leading all these laps anyway. It wasn't Fagande. Fagande ran him down and just took the lead. And that's what it was when the 10 went by the 20.
He just gone.
Me, pyong.
Oh, it's pronounced Fagone, by the way.
Oh, Fagone?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try to remember that.
It's a weird name, man. It's a weird...
It's pronounced what?
Fagone.
Yeah.
That is nowhere near how it's spelled.
No.
The D is silent.
How do you silence a D? Why even use a D if you're just going to not use it?
I tell you how you silence D.
I know
Put it in their mouth.
these guys are putting on a show right there for 1 and 2. Fagone, the leader. That better, Coop?
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
He gets out of it everywhere he goes.
I thought Fagande would have been proper for it, but...
Fagande sounds French, doesn't it? French-Canadian?
It does, actually. Is he French-Canadian?
He's up north. I know he's, like, Maine.
Well, he could have come from the French-Canadian side, his family, and relocated to Maine and changed their name to... the pronouncing of their name to Fagone.
Fagone?
Well, you know how much money he would have saved in printer ink if they just, over his lifetime, if he just
dropped the D. It makes it... Wouldn't it make it so much...
His whole life.
It'd make it so much simpler, wouldn't it, Nation?
That's like 6 cartridges at least. If over his whole life, he would have saved.
All right.
Ain't you?
I'm going to go back and take a look at our third place driver. There he is, that number 9 car. Looks like he's rocking the Miller paint tonight, Nation.
Looks like a pretty good paint.
Yeah, the paint don't look bad. I think the Miller logos might be a little bit small on it.
Well, don't blame me. I didn't do it.
I'm not blaming you. We can see him, though, and I'm sure everybody watching the broadcast can see it, so no harm, no foul there.
Oh, I know who did it.
Red looks like he's backing up to that 19 car. The 19 car's pulling up to him there. That's going to be Austin Wagner. It's a battle of the alcohol.
Yeah, somebody put Photoshop on his computer a couple days ago.
Oh, that's cool. So he's learning how to paint.
Well, for a first paint, that's a pretty good job.
I think Junior got his name right in the chat there, Coop. He calls him Fagon.
He is gone.
Well, Charneski's not letting him get away. I mean, he's keeping the lead down to about 1/10 of a second there. So these guys are 1 and 2, and they're close.
It's one of the things I hate about this track is you do all that work and get around a guy, and then he just hangs behind you. Even if he's a little bit slower, that draft just pulls him right back up.
When it comes to the big racetracks, this is my favorite big track to race on. I'm really good at this track. It doesn't matter what car I'm in. It's just a track that I don't know. It's like the first time I drove here, I knew the track, and it worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just followed it. It doesn't matter the car I get in, whether it's this or the truck or whatever, the cup car. I'm just fast here. I love the place.
Not to sound arrogant, but this is the first win that I got, so you'd think I'd like it more, but...
Arrogant motherfucker.
Oh, don't sound arrogant. I don't like real tight setups, though. I mean, I'm the type of guy that likes it a little bit more free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the driver to have to drive the goddamn car. And when you got it locked down to the track, anybody can drive it, Coop. It's a matter of lifting at that point.
Throttle control.
Right on. It's more throttle control, though, when you kick the back end of it loose out of the corner.
Makes it fun.
So Red's going to lose a spot here, Nation. He's going to fall back to 4th, but still a strong run so far for that 9 car.
He's not a bad driver.
Meanwhile, we're going to take a look at some of the HJRM guys, see where they're at right now. The 51 of Troy Cook back here in the 6th position. He looks like he's closing in to try to take that 5th spot away from Zach McDaniel there in the 42.
Hi, Diana.
Hello, Missy. Crystal, Junior, Jimmy Riddle. Good to see you all in there.
Missy needs to get me some free tires.
Oh, that would be Dylan Altum that you want to talk to. He's the one that took the job, Nation.
Yeah, but she can make him get me free tires.
You're going to go to Indiana to get them?
For what my front tires cost? Yeah.
What size are they?
I don't know. They're Pirelli. They're on a Camaro.
Coop can hook you up.
I can hook you up. I mean, they might be slightly used, but they'll be free.
Free I can do.
Hell, I'll do free ones. I'll give you my size, Coop.
Yeah.
I'll message them to you. I'll take a fucking picture of them.
I mean, you pay for shipping, they'll come right to you.
Whatever a stock 2012 Camaro comes with on the front.
Well, you can Google it real quick. Put your stuff in, it'll show you.
Stock Camaro, it's probably 16-inch wheels, isn't it?
No, it's probably got 20s
no,
on
they're
it.
20.
It's an SS.
What year is it?
12.
Oh, yeah, it's probably 20-inch at least.
Yeah, it's a super sport.
I thought you said it was like a 80s or something.
Oh,
I've seen
hell
your
no.
car. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah, I've seen really good pictures of your car after you did it in.
Oh, fuck you.
After he dented it.
It was just a little scratch, that's all.
You drove it through a briar patch, it looked like.
Dude, I drove that thing through concrete, trees, everything.
So back up front, looks like the 20 and 10 swap positions again, Coop.
Yeah, they're playing cat and mouse, but they've checked out from the rest of the guys about 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's...
It's not hindering them very much to race each other.
No, it's not, and it's like one leads for a while and the other one drafts off of them, and then they swap around and they just reverse roles, you know? Maybe they're taking turns saving their equipment here, Coop.
Yeah.
They're definitely the class of the field.
Little Bass Pro Shops and a little Valvoline. Mix them together.
They're the class of the field so far, anyway. But we don't know who's got what. We don't know who's saving what or holding back, or we'll find out as this thing goes on. These guys have done a hell of a job once again. I mean, we're 18 laps into a green flag run here.
Is that a Johnny Benson throwback?
Yes, it is. That does look like a Benson throwback there.
Trying to put the Pontiac logo on. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, Diana, tell your mom that we're thinking of her. Hope she's feeling good. He's Senate Bennett.
You know, I've been really impressed with Zach McDaniel coming into the league and how he's been running. He's up to 4th now.
He's been really strong.
Yeah, he's been strong.
He's got a win already in the Truck Series, his first start.
Yep. That was at Pocono?
Yeah, I believe it was at Pocono. We're going to take a look back there to that battle with him. You'll see the 19 Austin Wagner. He's got the 42 of Zach McDaniel on his bumper. Looks like McDaniel's going to go to the inside, try to make a pass here, Coop.
Ooh, man, he's down low. I don't see anybody else running that bottom groove like that.
He clears them. He almost drugged 51 with them. You see Troy Cook now up in the 5th position. Tyler Lambert in that 9 car's falling back another spot. He's back there in 6th now. This is all, when the setups are tight like this, it really is all tire management. If you
want to burn off the right front.
Exactly. Whoever abuses the right front the most has the most to lose. See Troy Cook working hard on the back of that 19 right now. Troy's able to get his car down there on that low line.
That tire model just blows my mind, because if you would have taken the truck down there right now after this far into a run, you'd be spinning out.
Troy's going to make it work too. He's going to take the 4th position away from Austin Wagner there.
Gonna catch a ride with Zach and go to the front. Zach's on the move.
Yeah, Zach's definitely on the move. He's got 3.2 seconds to make up though, Coop.
Yeah, they're coming up on green flag pit stops for sure.
He's a teammate of Fagon, isn't he?
Fagon is officially and unofficially HJRM. He hangs out with us.
Ah, okay.
I guess we sell him his engines. You can.
He's running HJRM motors.
Right.
Gotcha.
He's a friend of Richard Holland, so.
Gotcha. Fagon and Holland.
Yeah.
Troy Cook looks like he's able to hold pace with him once he got around that 19 car.
Feels pretty spread out, too. I don't think the draft's quite affecting them like it was before. Everybody's kind of got a gap between them.
No, we ain't discussed it yet, but I can tell you one thing that is coming up for these drivers really soon.
Green flag pit stops.
Green flag pit stops, that's right. Well, we don't need to think about it. We know it's going to happen. I'm going to say probably lap 25 to 26 here, Coop.
How big is this track? Is it like a
2 miles.
2 miles exactly?
Yeah, it's a 2-mile track, so. Mile and a half, they can run, what, about 28 laps we've seen?
Yeah.
Probably going to be 25 or 26 here. Well, again, you know, with the car being tight, depending on how much they're out of the gas on the entry of the corner, is going to have a lot to do with how much fuel they burn here as well.
Yeah. And there's 2 drivers that really want to see a caution right now, the 54 and the 61 that got caught up in that infield. They definitely want a yellow right now.
So, Nation, I was thinking about something. I know that Sanu doesn't race over here anymore, but you ever think that his mom might tune in to the broadcast every once in a while to hear how many cuss words you say?
She might. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Green flag pit stops for the 51.
Yeah, they're happening. I called it right. Lap 24, you see the 63 and 04 hit the brakes to go down pit road here. And I'd say the leader's pitted too, because I got the leader now as a 42 of Zach McDaniel.
Yep. Don't stay out there too long, Zach.
No,
Tires make
that'll.
a world of difference.
We're going to find out how much difference the tires make, because you know that McDaniel's been out a lap or two after the leaders come in, and we know that Troy Cook wasn't but a couple of car lengths behind him. And we know Troy's hit pit road already, so we'll have to see, what kind of difference the tire makes up. The only variable in that is how much faster one driver might be than another getting the pit road.
He's coming down now. Yeah, their starting lap, Zach McDaniel's fastest lap was on lap 4, 41.8. And his finishing lap was at 42.9. So I'd say there's a second fall off tires.
What was Missy's tire question?
She says her two front tires are 719 with tax. Can you beat that, Nation?
719.
With tax, they're 719. What are you driving there, Missy?
Sounds like a Super Duty.
A Hummer? Oh, you look at the 92 car. I'm watching them on pit road there, Coop. It's used up. The right side is.
Oh, yeah.
He might want to take a discount on them tires. I think. Did you answer a question, Nation? Can you beat 719 for the two fronts?
I don't.
Sure, if you got Continentals, it could.
Yeah.
I don't sell tires.
I think you're trying
I don't
to
either.
outbid her.
Well, I wouldn't want to outbid her. I don't want to pay $719 for all four of my fucking tires, let alone two of them.
Yeah, you're getting tantalized if you're doing that.
Exactly.
My two back tires were 6-something, and I've never bought the front tire.
Well, pit stops look like they worked out better for that 20-car Charneski. He's going to be 1.5 seconds in the lead now. He come in second when they were pitting.
Yeah. I think Zach McDaniel stayed out a little too long.
Yeah, we'll see.
Austin Wagner made a time on him.
You see Troy Cook right there is able to fall into the third spot now. You got Wagner in fourth, and McDaniel's going to fade back to the fifth position. So, but that 42's not too far back, and two tires will, or 2 laps will make a lot of difference on the times.
You want to know somebody's really on the move tonight?
I called it, Nation. Look what she has.
Hummer?
Oh well, you know what? I put gas in my fucking truck 2 weeks ago. When's the last time you put gas in that?
Oh man, she don't go more than 2 gas stations and has to stop.
Hell no, she can't. She can't pass a gas station.
That's a big old vortex in that.
Yeah.
I think you have to pay $3 just to turn it on. PA shows up to your house.
Yeah.
No, Michael Updegraff.
Well, she's in Indiana where it's flat, so it's not as bad. But here, those things, you can't pass a gas station.
2 gallons just to make the sumbitch moan.
I had an H3, and good God, that thing was horrible on gas. And that's on a S10 frame.
Did you notice that, Vern?
What?
Michael Updegraff is really on the move tonight. Started 24th. He's up to 10th place.
Absolutely. He's got that 96 car pointed in the right direction and hooked up.
Yep. Didn't take a qualifying lap either.
I'll tell you what, Updegraff has been one, and not just this race I've noticed it, but really last week is when I really started noticing Updegraff gaining a lot of momentum here.
Yep.
It's like he's getting comfortable and he's coming into his style.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see that.
Maybe it's the Dodge logo on the front of it.
I'll tell you another car that's not looking too bad there, and that's that number 13 of Adam McKinney. McKinney up in the 11th position, so he's having a good run here tonight as well.
Yep.
He's also known as Hootie.
Hootie.
That's his nickname.
Well, Hootie is cruising it. That's Tyler's buddy and teammate, right? Reds.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Robinson having a pretty solid night here in the 12th spot, driving a 38 car. I'm going to get some of these guys back here since we've been covering a lot of the front of the field. There's Glenn Jamison there in the 13th spot in the 63 car.
Corey Cook was able to get a couple spots on pit road, but he's lost him again.
32-gallon tank takes $100 to fill it up.
No,
Yeah,
thanks.
mine don't take that much.
I don't want to pay for an oil rig every time I go to the gas station.
It looks like Corey Cook 61's got the right side scraped up on it.
But it is a GM product, so you got to give her that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to give her that.
You can tell by the right front of the 61 car that he's made contact with the outside wall. He probably didn't want to, but he did it.
That's probably where he lost a couple spots, because I had him pegged in 12th there, coming off pits.
Another driver that's gained a few spots here and looks like he's starting to move the right directions. That number 3 car, Hal Lamy.
Yeah, he's back. He was about to go a lap down before those pit stops, too.
Yeah, and he's got that car up here in the 15th position right now. So Hal's able to make up a little ground here. Not too far behind him. No, you see Leo Lortz in the 108. I believe the 58 must be a lap down there, Thomas Cristiano. Actually, he is one lap down. And then you got the tail end of the lead lap is actually a guy that was involved with the wreck.
Yeah.
At the start there, the 54 of Adam Tips. So he's doing a nice job recovering here, Coop.
Adam Tips is 1 lap down, and then Thomas Cristiano is 2 down.
Actually, I'm just now showing Tips a lap down there.
Yeah.
And Cristiano's 2. And Altum is 5 laps down now.
What happened to Dylan?
His game crashed, is what his mom put in there. Meanwhile, back up front, Fagone in second.
Fagone's chipped away at that lead. He's got her down to 8/10 now.
He's got her down to 8/10, so that's about half the distance that it started originally.
Yep.
And a lap car coming up there might have a little bit to play with, that lead shrinking a little more. Actually, it did shrink another 10th that lap. Now another 10th just on this straightaway, Coop. I'd have thought maybe the 20 could use the draft off that 04, but he's going to go way high here and not be a factor.
Ooh, that's going to hurt Fagone.
It actually hurt Fagone on the exit of the turn. Or did it?
I don't know.
He didn't lose any time on the clock there.
Ooh, he picked up 3/10 of that time. By
exactly.
He must have saved just enough.
Actually, he lost another 10th there in that set of corners, so.
Charneski must be better in 1 and 2 then.
That's what it looks like. It looks like the 20 is better down in 1 and 2, and the 10's better here in 3 and 4. But we'll find out for sure.
If you're 1/10 slower and 2/10 faster, you'll get them eventually.
Looks like the 20's definitely using a lot more the corner on exit there on 4.
Yeah.
So whether or not he's pushing his right front harder doing that, I don't know.
Letting it float up to the outside, you know this from experience.
Takes it easy on it usually.
Takes it easy on it. These guys are definitely a class of the field. We got 4.5 seconds, almost 5 seconds to Troy Cook.
I see that. But I'll tell you who's moved back up in the 4th now. And not too far behind there. And actually, Austin Wagner's running right with him. That's a 42 of Zach McDaniel.
Yep.
The only problem with staying out and getting behind is, yes, you might have a lap or two fresher on the tires, but you seem to always overdrive it to try to make up that gap.
Yep.
And that kills any tire advantage that you had.
I don't think that Zach would be in this position if he had started in the top 5. I think he'd be up there with the top 2 there. Right?
I do too. I think the 42 is capable of running with him.
Yeah. He just had to pass a lot of guys to get up where he is now early on and burned it up. He'll get up there. I think we'll have a caution here late, and he'll get up there with him.
Well, Nation, from what I could just see, Cindy's Camaro, the tires are $400 a piece for the front ones. 19 car makes contact with the outside wall there.
Uh-oh.
I think he only did it with the right rear, though, Coop, so it probably ain't going to hurt him. It might help him.
Is he loose? Tell me he's loose.
It looked like it just jumped the right rear of the car out on the exit of 4 back there. And I seen the sparks fly.
Seriously, Nation, if you want a set of front tires, and this is no lie, you need to look
Dude,
at
I
the brand.
need.
Yeah.
I desperately need a set of front
Coop's
tires.
not that far from you.
I'm not.
Where are you at?
I'm in the northern panhandle of West Virginia. If you want to come up and get them, or I can send them somewhere, meet you halfway.
Pick them up with a work van, Nation.
I can't do that unless they send me to Parkersburg.
Well, they might do that. Get one of them
Oh
crackheads.
yeah, they might.
Get to know one of them crackheads and make an appointment up there. Use your fucking
Dude,
head, man.
I can't make their fucking appointments.
Tell them to.
Yeah, you just got to brainwash them to think that they need to get to Parkersburg.
Exactly.
You just say, hey man, you want some good stuff? I heard Parkersburg's got
They're strung out on dope anyway. It ain't like it's going to be hard to convince a fucking retard or a drughead.
What's that fucking shit they're taking? Suboxone?
How would I know this?
Well, fuck would I know it?
It does say village idiots, but we're not medicated. We'll admit that.
You know
we're
what? We probably
self-diagnosed, but we're not
We're
self-medicating.
self-diagnosed, but we don't self-medicate. And therefore, we don't need to ride around in Nation's van. Yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although it would be a
come
good party
on.
bus.
When one of us gets the bright idea to start self-medicating, then we might need to ride in the back of Nation's van. But you could
I
probably...
a lot of people around that thought that self-medicating was a good idea.
You have to stop at all the railroad tracks.
Yes.
Well, that sucks. You're like a school bus, man. You might as well have 8-year-olds on there.
Dude, it's a fucking minivan.
What's it gonna do?
Cindy is fishtailing when she takes off in the colder weather now with her Camaro, and Missy told her to put some potting soil or a bundle of shingles in the back of it.
Yeah, bundle of shingles.
I don't drive.
A bundle of
my
shingles
car's
would definitely
been
work.
Sand works okay if it's a couple inches, but shingles, they'll get you where you want to go.
Yeah, my car's never seen snow, so I'm good.
Well, the 51 doesn't seem to be losing much time as the run goes on here. But
Are you yawning again, Vern?
Yes, I am. That fucking medicine makes you tired. But look at that. The 42 fell into the clutches of the 19, and 19's going to go...
the wall, too.
Yeah, I told you it probably helped him.
Yeah.
He got it with the right rear, and I don't know what it is. Sometimes you can bend the right rear and just make that thing handle way better than it did. He's been faster since it happened, Coop, and we know that the last run, the 42 and the 51 both drove around the 19.
Yep. Well, like you said, the 42 is burning it up, trying to make up that time he lost staying out, so could be a little bit of the effect to that, too.
Oh, look at the 42, though. He must have heard me on the broadcast, Coop. He's right back after him now. I think these guys don't want to give us a break tonight. I believe they might be shooting for caution free.
Hey, I'm all for it. We finish this thing up at 10:15.
Yeah.
I am all for that.
We only had one caution last week, right?
Yep.
Tonight, we're 43 laps in, so just not too far from halfway here, and clean and green the whole way. I won't say clean and green because we've seen the shit at the start, but...
I mean, you kind of want to caution some of these guys that got involved in that wreck that there was no yellow.
Right.
You kind of want to get them back on the lead lap. Now Corey Cook's falling off. He's going to be 1 lap down, so you kind of want to get those guys back on the lead lap, get them back in the rhythm.
Yeah, you do. You don't. You definitely don't want to see what happened to those drivers happen to them. What you got to do, Cindy, easier than, putting shit in the back of your car or anything like that. Every day when you start off, brake torque the car for about a minute.
Yeah, get them warm.
And get them rear tires warm, and they'll stick a lot better. I'm just saying. This is obvious. You got to put heat in the tires, don't you, Nation?
This is going to sound like...
Put the heat to it.
Sound like a smart ass, but just don't drive rear-wheel drive cars in the snow.
Oh, so you want her to keep her Camaro and go out and buy a front-wheel drive car to drive in the snow, or an all-wheel drive?
Yeah. Just
I
go
got a
get you a
four-wheel
little
drive truck beater
Ford
that I
Focus.
drive.
Go get you a little Ford Focus. Put some Bridgestone. What are those? Bridgestone makes.
Look, Coop, do you work at a tire shop?
No, he works at a dealership.
I work at a dealership, but we put those Bridgestone snow tires on there.
Coop's like
Those things
this.
could drive up a mountain.
Coop's like the top mechanic at a fucking Ford dealership.
I wouldn't say top.
Like
I'm there.
he's second in line, nation.
You did
Second
say
in line.
Ford.
But I did say Ford.
So,
Yeah, business is good.
Yes, business should
yeah,
be
I
good.
can guarantee it is.
Well, when I said Ford, that just meant that Coop had job security.
Yeah.
I worked at a Dodge dealership, and they're
Oh, that's
yeah,
job
the
security.
shop is always full.
That's why when
It's
you
across
said
the
that.
board.
That's why when you said that guy, is moving to Florida because he got fired, I was a little bit surprised working at a Dodge dealership that he would get fired.
Well, apparently he found a Dodge dealership in Lakeland, Florida,
Well, we have Lakeland Dodge here.
because he is like certified.
Oh,
everything.
21 car hard into the outside wall.
Mm.
Oh, and he takes the commitment cone out going to pit road, Coop, but no caution.
Was that on purpose? I know we're approaching.
That was not on purpose. That was Jorge Bustos. He may have blew a right front.
What I'm asking is, was he trying to get to pit road and maybe got it hot?
No, he got into the outside wall. It looked like the car just took off. He had been following the 77, and it looked like the car took off, like it cut down a right front and popped the outside wall.
Yeah.
So he may have very well cut a right front tire down on that run there. It can happen.
Sure. Yeah.
I think
Tire model.
I think he did. I think that new tire model, we may have just witnessed our first right front blowout. Literally. I think it blew out on the 21 car and got him into the outside wall there. But he did make it to pit road, but he's probably going to get a penalty for taking that cone out.
Yeah. But he was following the 77 pretty close. I don't know if he got aerotight or if that tire went down, but he went all the way up the track.
Missy said Ford sucked. They have a heated tailgate to keep you warm while waiting for a tow truck.
That's good. That's really good.
That is a good one. They call it for tailgating. Bullshit.
I just want to throw it out there because I'm not a Ford fan at all. But as far as their trucks go, they're beating everybody. And it has a lot to do with fleet, but they do a good job with their trucks. Everything else sucks. Their cars, they quit making them. That's how bad they sucked. They're just like, we give up.
I don't know that I'm a fan of aluminum beds, Coop.
Well, Chevy's making them now too.
They are lighter weight, but look at an aluminum can.
They can't do
Yeah,
anything
it's just a
about it.
gas mileage thing.
It's
Yeah,
right
EPA
because of the weight.
weather restrictions.
But when you watch that commercial and they drop all those bricks in there and shit, nobody actually does to their truck.
The leaders are on pit road, and look how close together they are. They are nose to tail coming down pit road here. Oh, Sandy, we just want you to take care of yourself and get feeling better and better. Be out running laps around the shopping mall for too long. That right, Nation?
I do believe they're going to come
Damn
out
right.
and go as well.
They may come out first and second as well, but we see Wagner and McDaniel still on track. Looks like Troy Cook's still on track right now. So that 20 car got a hell of a launch. The 10 car of Fagone there was a little bit slower.
Yeah, he spun the tires really hard exiting. But,
That's going to be about the 1.5 second difference again.
Got to get that little bit of pit road exit, and you'd probably make up the time.
All right, the 51 is on pit road. The 19 is still on the racetrack, and so is the 42. And the 77, 70, 30, and 38. Actually, the 51 may have... Did he go to pit road, or did... Yeah, he's on pit road. Timing and scoring wasn't updating real quick. The leaders are on pit road now, actually.
Wow, Troy burned. I think he burned the rear tires off that thing.
Oh, 77 damn near wrecked it coming on the pit road, Coop. You have to go back and look at that. He got it sideways.
Yeah, he locked up that right front tire pretty hard, didn't he?
He's going to get a new one put on it, so no harm, no foul there.
Wow, he locked it up hard.
He may actually be the fastest. Oh, we got a caution flag. Don't tell me yet. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Okay.
All right, now tell me.
I saw a smoking car on the backstretch.
09? Yep, 09, I'll bet. Let's go with that. Do we have a fucking 09? Yes, we do. He may just be exiting pit road, though.
The 51 spun out.
51?
Yeah, he lost it coming off of pit road.
All right, let's do it. Let's burn it down with what, Nation? Where the fuck did Nation go? We're going to burn it down with fire.
Shit, I was hitting the wrong push to talk button.
You better start hitting the right one.
I hit the fucking wrong one, Vern.
Well, don't cuss at me because you hit the wrong button.
I gotta cuss at somebody.
I think you've been hanging out in that van too long.
Oh, look at that, Coop. You're right. He was exiting the pits. And looked like he probably got up to was winding up to fourth gear shift, or he got loose, man.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He stayed wide ass open with it too, wide fucking open after he got loose there. And
yeah,
let's go on
out on the track and
let's get a cockpit view of this shit. See it from, Troy's perspective here. He gets loose here. You can hear the gas pedal. He's working it. Just when he picks up the throttle, it gets loose and back up the track and into the outside wall. So there goes our caution-free race, Scoop.
I told you, man, there's going to be at least one. Not everybody pitted and everything's all out of whack. It's all messed up.
Yep.
His fucking car's all out of whack.
We are just over halfway in the race, so I'm sure that was a break for, cars like the 54 and...
Now, we got Ricky Fagone, who was running second place, and he's in the pits now. I don't know if this is a strategy thing.
I don't know. I missed all the pit stops there when we went back to catch the wreck. So
he pitted right with the 20. They were nose to tail in that last run.
They had just come back out on the racetrack when all this went down, but I am showing the 20 as the leader, Russell Charneski.
Yeah, the 20 stayed out. The 10 pitted. He had like a 3-lap stint. He's the only guy on pit road. I don't know. Did he get damaged during that, or?
I didn't even see him by that wreck.
Nope. He pitted. Okay.
Maybe it's a fuel thing.
Strategy.
Well, you get a little bit extra fuel. I've did it before. I've waited till the end of a pit stop to take it on, and it may be something that they need to do to. They're still going to have to pit if it goes green on out.
Yeah, but now if you think about it,
he may only have to pit one more time and not two.
Yeah.
Right.
So your stint's 24 laps. The guys that pitted with that 3-lap stint, they might be short on fuel for the end of the race.
That's right.
It'll be really, really close.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Right, and for him, he might have seen that and done the math on it and said, if I pit on this one, then I can stop one more time and finish this race and not worry about it.
Well, I know he's thinking about fuel because last week at I can't even think of the track. Last week at Vegas, we had the long green flag run where you saw, was it Garrett win the race? He ran out of fuel as soon as he crossed the line. Those guys all had fuel strategy, and Fagone lost the fuel battle.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We're talking about that. If we go back like 4 weeks ago, and from the beginning of the season to about 4 weeks ago, nobody worried about fuel.
No.
There was
No,
going
you
to
were
be a
pitting every
caution.
10 laps.
Exactly. There's going to be a caution. Nobody worried about it. And now let's fast forward 3 or 4 races here. And it's all about fuel, Coop.
I like it.
I do too.
I think it's a better race. I think that fuel strategy is part of racing, and as far as you dropping the fuel to 50%, that makes it even better, in my opinion.
Well, looks like the 92 might be the lucky dog here. I just seen him going around the field, so I'm going to assume he might. Or actually, he can get laps back based off the rule that if you lose connection, then you can get up to 3 laps back.
Yeah, I believe our lucky dog was the 54 about him.
54.
Tips.
Yep, you're probably right. The last one that would have been in line for it was the 54, so.
Well, now that I got the 54 repairing damage or something, he's stuck on pit road.
I don't know. Where'd the 54 even get damage at? He's 5 laps down, actually.
Yep, so I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Well, Troy Cook is showing a lap down right here, too. And so is Burt Wilson. So, literally, Burt Wilson's on the tip.
Because you remember the pit stops that were happening as that caution came out? Those guys got thrown a lap down.
They got thrown a lap down over it. That's exactly right. Looks like the top 11 cars might be on the lead lap.
Well, green flag's about to come out.
Hal Amy showing 2 laps down here. So let's get back on it. Green flag's back out, as Coop said. 20-car Russell Charneski getting off to a good restart. But I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't discredit Fagone for anything he did there, Coop. I mean, he's restarting 3rd. And I'll tell you what, though, that 63 of Glenn Jaminson's putting a move on him right now.
If you look at your scoring right now, the 13 is actually scored it. I don't know what. Okay, never mind. I'm all messed up here. I'm
scoring the 13 in 6th position right now.
Sorry about that. For some reason, I had my practice times up.
So Russell Charneski's leading it, but the 63 of Glenn Jaminson's in 2nd. And I'll tell you, the 10 car of Fagone is getting battled really, really hard by the number 9 car of Red the Barber, Tyler Lambert, right now. See Dylan Altum just ahead of the leaders there. I think Fagone might be taking it easier on his tires on the start of this run, so he's not abusing them and giving them more to come after it later. Or maybe there could even be, I need to save fuel for 3 or 4 lap kind of thing going on. I don't know.
His later stint, I think he can push it a little harder than the leader can.
Well, he definitely is 4 or 5, maybe 4 laps better on fuel.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He may have pushed back a little bit there for that reason. We'll have to see how this all plays out. You see the leader up there putting Altum back down a lap here. We got the 92 of Altum on the outside there. Charneski's easily going to go by him on the inside, but I'm really impressed on the start of this run with the way that 63 of Glenn Jaminson's been able to run with these guys up here, Coop.
He was having a quiet night, and now he's finding himself in the top 2, top 3.
Get later in the race, he's seen the long green flag run that we had earlier, and maybe it was this restart, he knew he had to take advantage of it.
Yep.
And make the best of it. I mean, sometimes... and I've done it before. I've taken it easy in the back to avoid wrecks and stuff, and then next thing I know, the damn thing goes green the whole way, and you can't make up 20 seconds. So,
yeah. If Glenn started 21st, so he's pretty much flip-flopped. He 180 his race.
I don't know why it does the plus laps, Missy, instead of minus. I don't know. Maybe it's just telling you that they need 2 more laps to get there, or they need a lap to get there. They need to add a lap. Right, Coop?
They need to get that lap back.
Right. They need to add it. I did not write iRacing's program. I didn't code that shit, so it ain't my fault. That's one thing that's not my fault, Nation. Any way you look at it.
I'll be right back.
I guess Nation will be right back, too.
Get me a Bud Light.
See the 51 working his way through these cars up here, going around the 61 of Corey Cook, but the 51 is probably going to be the first car a lap down there, and he is scored in the 12th position right now. He's going around the 92 of Dylan Altum, so if we were to get a caution flag, the 51 would be the lucky dog. Meanwhile, the 3-car back here, 3-car looks pretty good. He is down a couple of laps. The one that really took a hit, though, that's back here in the traffic right now is the 42 car.
Sorry, I was laying on the floor coloring.
Oh, what the fuck? We finally resorted to that, Nation?
Well, yeah, I like the color.
Man, these guys are racy back here.
That's racist.
Right back here, Hal Amy, Zach McDaniel, Thomas Cristiano, Jeff Martin, Austin Wagner. 0-4 there. That's going to be Larry Anderson, Dylan Altum in the 92. We got a whole shitload of cars here going at it. Save the titties. Really good shot of the back of that car right there.
You gotta save the titties.
14 going really high. Jeff Martin might be looking for a run. You can see Hal Lamy trying to suck in there.
Dylan must have stayed out.
You gotta. He was sucking in on the titties car, Nation.
There it is, man. Can't fault him for that.
It does say save the titties on the back, and Hal was sucking up to it, so.
There it is.
That's not our problem, is it?
No. But we're going to hear about it.
Yeah, we're going to hear about that one for sure. We showed it, though. I have proof. It was on the broadcast, and a really good shot of it, so I have proof.
Just saying.
Sounds like it should be on A&E or something.
I'm going to guess that Hal, earlier in the race, must have had a bad pit stop. Because his car's definitely able to keep up with these guys here. You can see him working the outside of the 58 car, Thomas Cristiano, right now. Meanwhile, I think Troy Cook's on a mission to try to get up there and unlap himself. And Fagone in the 10 car has gotten around the 63 of Glenn Jamison. So that's going to put Fagone back up in the second position. It's actually much easier to say Fagone than it is Fagonde.
But still, that fucking D's there.
The D is there. I mean, we could, in a technical argument, we could win that, Nation. I know we could.
I know we could. It don't need to be there.
But, no, it doesn't. But I will say that if the man wants to disown a French heritage, that's up to him, and I don't blame him a bit. I'm just going to put that out there.
Does the French even have a D in their language?
It actually may be Italian.
We.
It might be Italian, Nation.
You just say we.
Yeah, I did.
Some of them a bitch.
I'm from Formula One.
You're in West Virginia.
Ricky Booby.
Yeah, Ricky Booby.
Ricky Booby. We're not doing that. Damn, she's calling someone a snowflake now. Is it Nation or me or who?
Probably me.
I know it ain't me.
I'm the youngest one here. I'll be the snowflake.
Where are you at? Well, no, I'll ask you later. Never mind.
Whoa.
He is in southern Ohio,
Yeah, southeastern Ohio.
I don't think so.
right across the border from West Virginia.
Are you out there by
He
the
works
fucking
in West Virginia.
lab? What was that bridge, with the Mothman bullshit? The fucking thing?
Oh, Moundsville?
No.
I don't know nothing about no fucking bridge with no Mothman shit.
You're talking about New River Gorge.
No, that's down here by me.
Oh, the big bridge? Okay.
The fucking Mothman prophecies. You remember that movie? It was Pleasantville, I think it was. The bridge collapsed and there was a Mothman ghost thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
West Virginia lore. I get you.
Nation speaking the local lingo.
Well, I don't
Point
understand
Pleasant.
it all.
Point Pleasant.
Yeah, that's it.
He
Point
claims that he's not part of all that, but he's definitely speaking the lingo, Coop.
Yeah, they see things in West Virginia. There's not a lot to do, So you sit on the front porch so long, you start seeing shit.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
In all honesty, he's not lying.
Snowflake Nation.
Snowflake Nation.
That's
I
exactly.
will smack the stupid out of you.
Why me? Missy's the one that said it.
Oh. Hey, stop
I
that.
just want to throw this out there. We
Yes.
just got a change for the lead.
Fagone/Fagande's got it.
Yep.
So what do you think, Nation? Did we protest his last name and just say it how it's spelled?
I think we should.
He's gonna love it.
I think we should call him Elmore Fagande.
Well, I'll tell you
Just
what.
to fuck it up even more.
I'll tell you what. We can't protest. We can't protest that he's fast here at Auto Club tonight, and he is now the leader again.
Well, he put his
yeah,
E
he's
in
fucking
there.
gone.
He put his E in there for his middle name, so that's actually Rick I. Fagande.
How much more could we fuck this up?
Oh,
I.
I'm sure we could butcher it to hell and back like we used to do to who was it, Coop or Nation? Who was it a couple seasons ago we butchered?
There was a couple thousand of them, so.
Well, yeah, but one of them we really butchered, and he told us every time we interviewed him how to say it. Remember?
I remember Matt.
Matt really he butchered everybody's fucking name.
Yeah, he butchered a lot of shit.
He butchered my name, and it's 4 letters.
It's hard to
One
do,
syllable,
man.
4 letters.
One fucking syllable.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't do good on Wheel of Fortune then.
No, probably not.
I'm not a real smart person, but goddamn it, you got to be a certain kind of stupid to butcher 4 letters. I
did great on it, Coop, because I can say, Vanna, give me a letter. Pick me a letter, Vanna. Come on.
I was always like, Vanna, give me some. Never mind.
Whoa.
Vanna, meet me in the back.
Catch me outside.
That woman has not aged a year.
Meet me in the bathroom.
No. She's still hot.
They should keep her DNA for future
Dude,
reference.
she's like.
I don't think she's
70 and
human.
She's hot.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't think she's human.
She's a fucking vampire.
I don't think she's a vampire. I don't even think she's from this fucking country. Oh, contact. 21 and 61. 61 collects it, puts it back together. Now he's got damage on the left front to match the right front.
Get up here to the lead here. We got the 20 passing the 10.
He didn't say he was going to smack you, Missy. He said he was going to smack me.
The fuck?
I don't know where she got that at, Nation. You're a bad influence.
So it looks like the tank car is really, really good at mid-run.
Yeah, Charneski's right back up there now, ain't he?
Yep. Charneski's got the short, first 5-lap stint, and then he's really got the end run there.
Fagone/Fagande falling back to second.
That's why
El More El Fagande.
That's why he's got two. He's the second. He's got two eyes in there. What are we gonna do with that? That means there's another Fagande out there somewhere.
That means there's like two more, don't it?
Like a little Fagande Jr.
Bunch of little Fagandes running around.
Well, here's the thing.
Motherfuckers are everywhere.
The first one would have no mark, the second one would have one mark, and the third one would have 2 marks, right?
Yeah. Well, the first, no, Roman numerals, that would be the second, right? So he's second to the...
If they're using Roman numeral.
I don't even know.
I don't know either. I know how iRacing would do it. The original wouldn't have nothing. The next one would have a 1. And then the next one would have a 2. So the third one would be the 2.
All I know is from hanging out with Richard Holland, the D is silent. That's it.
All right, you hear that, nation? One more time. The D is silent. Leaders are pitting. Leaders are pitting. 25 laps to go.
Fuck it, the F is silent now.
Here's what I don't get, Coop. Why is Fagone/Fagande on pit road right now?
Ogande.
They are in that stint, 77 laps.
I realize that, but I mean,
I don't
he
know.
could. Oh, 14 hard in the outside wall. I mean, hard into the outside wall.
When did they caution this fucking race?
You were gone.
Oh, that's when I was
You were
doing
laying on the
floor
fucking
coloring.
floor coloring, is what you were doing.
Okay. It happens.
Did you bring your work home with you again?
Yes, he did. He's got that due at 4 o'clock in the morning when he goes to pick up the van to haul around the crackheads.
Hey, I can stay within the lines, so.
Is that what you do?
That's all you gotta do. All
So
day.
what do you do, Nation?
Within
Do
the
you
lines.
you color all night so you got something to hand to the crackheads in the morning, or what?
He's
Just try to
practicing
get him
staying
out
on
of
the
that
lines.
goddamn van as fast as I can.
That's what he's doing, Vern. He's practicing staying in the lines because when he's driving, that's what he's got to do.
He said he had a hot crackhead girl with him today, Coop.
I didn't say hot.
What'd you say then?
Hot would be way over. Yeah, no, not hot.
I
Just
didn't say
not
hot.
bad looking for a crackhead.
Not bad, what
I
really?
mean, like I might, just throw a dime every now and then.
And her teeth were perfect, so I'm guessing not real.
How in the fuck would that even happen? How is that possible?
They're fake. Dentures, man.
So
Yeah,
it
she
probably
got-
was
got
dentures.
like-
And I
Wait,
bet
they
she
take
just, I bet you seen her in the morning when she just took her dentures out of soaking them.
Oh god.
I don't know.
So they were probably,
She got in the fucking van.
Where has the broadcast gone?
I don't know, it's something about crack whores or something.
It fucking goes where it always goes.
Yeah, right to the gutter. Straight to the gutter. It don't stop and pass nothing, Nation. It just goes
What the
wide.
fuck you think people watch this shit for?
You want me to tell you where it goes? Wide fucking open to the gutter.
Looking
WFO
back
to the
figure
gutter.
out what happened to this tin car?
I don't know.
He lost a lot of time.
I'll tell you who's liking this. Troy Cook in the 51 still on the racetrack. But he's
Where's
going to
he at?
have to bring it to pit road here. He's going to give up second. He, I don't know where he lost 2.5 seconds at.
The tin car spun it on exit. to pit road,
Oh, okay.
and
He spun it on exit, and he's still 2.5 seconds up. Or he's only 2.5 seconds down, Coop.
he lost a lot of time though. I mean, a lot of time. He was spinning him exiting his pit stall, but then he jerked it left after the exit cone. So he's having a hard time getting out of that first stall.
I'm wondering if he's pissed off about the name,
Maybe.
Nation.
Might be it.
He could be. I mean, here's all the fucks I give.
Damn.
What?
I
He's
think
gonna
we,
appreciate that. He really is.
I think we fired Nation up about the crackhead, the hot crackhead.
Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I forgot they were in
No,
Snowflake,
no.
California.
That's a big deal in West Virginia for them to have all their teeth.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
if they
that-
don't do drugs. That's the thing. Even if they're not on drugs, it's a big deal for them to have their teeth.
She had more teeth than a West Virginia church.
Damn.
Son of a bitch!
Now that was funny.
Fucking Coop. He don't hold nothing back.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, back on the racetrack.
Meanwhile, back in reality.
I bet our viewer count goes back up after that one, Coop.
Oh, shit.
I think it's going to plummet.
I'm pretty sure that it'll be a bunch of people from West Virginia wanting to kill Coop.
We're banned in Sweden and West Virginia now.
Well, you know, the worst part's we have a couple drivers from West Virginia.
I'm sorry. I really am.
And Coop works in West Virginia. You poor bastard.
It's
Yeah,
not
these
that
bitches
bad.
can't drive.
No, not that. Coop works in West Virginia. After saying that joke, Nation.
I might end up dead. Might go to work and not come back.
Now you just won't have any fucking tires on your truck.
The decision making of the Panhandle, the Northern Panhandle, they're deciding to replace both the bridges to get out of that state. Route 40, Route 7.
To get out of the state, he said.
Yeah. They're doing all the road construction at one time right now.
Oh, both ways?
Both ways.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole bridge, man. The whole bridge.
So how's people going to get across? They going to fucking caulk the wagons and float?
I don't know, man.
Do like the fucking Mexicans do, man. Swim.
Yeah. Well,
The
I work across a bridge and the bridge is down, so I'm just going to fucking swim across it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Populated it.
if they wait a couple of months, it might be frozen and they can walk across it.
That's how that worked out, man. The people that were smart enough to swim got across and populated Ohio.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. I got a lot of family in Ohio, and they're not the smartest people I've ever met.
I know. You know, over time, the genetics mix because they built the bridges, you know?
We just can't sit in the broadcast and run down to every state in the United States nation.
Well, I was thinking about Nebraska now.
I mean, we went from West Virginia and fucking Coop burnt them all the way down. And now we're burning Ohio down. We burnt Florida down. I don't know how many times. It's crazy.
You said
That's
Nebraska.
why I said fucking Nebraska. Let's burn that one down.
It's no wonder. Never mind.
And I've never
He's
even
going at it
been
again.
there.
It's no wonder. Never mind. So you know how bad that one was going to be.
It was pretty bad.
I've been to Texas.
How was it, Nation?
I cannot comment on that on the broadcast.
Coop, the laps are clicking down here, man.
Yep. We got about, 15, 16 to go?
Fagon/Fagande's back there a little ways. About 3 seconds. If he's saving anything, he might want to stop saving and use the pedal on the right. Right, Nation?
I'm still trying to fuck with his name.
Nation's still looking for that crackhead girl on Facebook.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, as far as the broadcast
And you know
goes,
what?
my filter should just be turned off.
Oh, we don't
two
worry
of them.
about turning filters off.
There was two of them, and I know both their names, and I could probably look them up on Facebook. No.
You could send them to Thorndike.
And they kick his ass.
So, you mentioned Nebraska earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's no wonder they're all so fat there, man. It's so they'll stay on the ground. Because, 10 minutes in that state, and I'm looking for a tornado to take me anywhere.
Oh, we got a caution, Coop.
Uh-oh. That helps Fagon, it helps the Wagner.
92.
That helps a lot of these guys that got bad pit road. They're down 3.5.
This changes the whole outcome. Well, it might not change outcome, but it'll make it an interesting one. Yes, it does. Here we go, burning it down with what, Nation?
Charcoal.
Charcoal. We got charcoal.
And a little bit of lighter.
Just a little bit. Oh, we caught the tail end of the 92 in a bad situation there, so we'll try that one more time. Well, he was down on that apron, maybe exiting pit road or something, and just, yep, that's what he was doing, exiting pit road, Coop. Same thing we seen happen to the 51. Reaches up and bites the 92 directly on what? The buttocks.
Dude, that looks exactly like what I see in my head every time my wife...
Wow, somebody just barely made it through there. In fact, I think they may even have scraped a little paint off the nose of the 92 going past them.
You don't have a whole lot left.
So, 13 laps to go. You can see them all coming down pit road right now. That is going to give the 51 the lucky dog. Troy Cook and the 51 will get the lucky dog here. As my keyboard is flashing what? Yellow, Nation. It is flashing yellow.
Mine's still red.
That's how I knew the caution was out, because my keyboard flashed.
That's awesome.
He's got all that fancy shit, and we got all this poor boy shit.
It flashes black and white in a checkered flag pattern when it's over, Coop.
Wow. I just got my Bud Light here. It's not real high tech or anything, but
It don't flash any colors when it's empty?
nope.
Damn it.
I got my
I need to get one of those cooler lights.
PBR.
We're watching a race off pit road right there. It looked like Corey Cook might have used a little strategy here and put the 61 back out in front of these guys.
There's a
So the battle
few
is
cars
on.
that beat 20 off pit road.
Yeah, 19, 9,
13?
13, 61, 9, no.
No, to 13. 9, that's right.
61, 19, and 9.
Who's
13.
the one? Who's the one saying they're going to change their paint if they don't win? Wasn't that Corey Cook?
Yes. Well, I mean, if his strategy was going in and taking a little bit of fuel and maybe 2 tires, then with 10 to go, he's probably not going to win it. We may have another caution, too.
Yeah, getting these guys grouped up with 10 to goes, there's going to be another caution.
Obviously, there was some 2-tire strategy or something there for those guys to pick those positions up. You can see the non-lead lap guys going to pit road now. Hal Amy leading that group down.
Yeah, I can confirm the 9 car took 2.
Coops, it looked like there's a little damage on the right front of that 3 car.
On the 3?
Son of a bitch.
The paint does look like it's used up on that right front corner. Maybe not. After I look at it at this angle, I don't know. Let's see when he comes off pit road here.
That's the Chris Kyle paint.
I don't see any damage now.
Well, he just pitted, so...
Yeah, car looks good.
Yep.
In fact, I don't think he's put a scratch on your paint, Nation.
Damn. I need to write that shit down.
Like 2 weeks in a row.
That is a neat looking paint. I like that.
The 61's got some damage on the right side. And some on the left, too. He's got damage on his right and his left, and you see some cars up there ahead of him. Them guys are going to take a wave around here, Coop. I have no doubt about it. I would. They only got about, 10 laps on their tires? 15?
Corey Cook had to take 2. He was way back there coming to pits, so...
Looks like Charneski's going to move up to the 2nd spot here. Wagner's in 3rd. Lambert's in 4th. I'll tell you, Fagone is really the one. Fagone/Fagande is the biggest. Lost the most here. You think the 20 took 2 tires, or you think he took 4?
The 20? He took 4. The 20 took 4. He got into his pit stop before a lot of guys did, you know? So...
Wheeling and dealing motorsports on his car, Nation. All right, so
That's what they're doing.
the 61 is going to have control of the restart here. And they are 2x2. Lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to go green with 9 laps to go. Not 9 flags, Nation.
between the damage on
Don't
both
say
those
that. You
cars.
might get 9 flags.
I might be under the influence of some over-the-counter medications, but we won't discuss that.
And country time lemonade.
Actually, I have had no lemonade tonight.
What the fuck?
I know, that might also be an issue.
Between the 9 car and the 61, those two both have right rear damage, and they took 2, so they're going to fall off quick. I think it's going to be between the 10, the 19, and the 20 here for this restart.
I think we're going to have another caution, but we're going to find out.
Oh, yeah.
You see these guys are 2x2. How far back, Nation?
All the way to the gate.
All the way out the gate down the road. They're lined up. I think they're standing at a medical marijuana facility.
Been there.
Pace cars ducking off the track. We're green flagging racing. Coming up to the line, there's going to be 9 laps to go. Corey Cook does get a great restart here. What happened to the 20?
What happened to the 10?
What happened to the 20? The 20's going to lose a couple of spots, and he's under fire from the 77 and 63 here. Oh, 63 hard into the outside wall. He literally sent it through there wide fucking open, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at Red DeBarber, though. Tyler Lambert in a 9 car, running down the 19. Corey Cook, a little bit of damage on the right front of that car. Oh, Charneski hard into the outside wall, Coop.
He's going to lose a few spots on that.
A few?
You want me to tell you what I think happened? We are under caution now. I think those 2 right side tires helped those guys' car fire faster. I think they were able to fire on that restart. Their cars fired better than the 20 car on 4 tires.
How?
Because they had already had heat cycled their left side tires, Nation. So their left side's hooked. I think it made their cars turn better.
58 got turned by, it looks like the 08 came down the track and got into him there.
We don't have an 08.
I'm not sure. I know the 58 got contact with somebody there.
Yeah, he disconnected already, but we should be able to hit a instant replay and burn it down with what, Nation?
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
All the way to the gate.
All the way out of it.
I see what happened there. The 14 got a run on the 09 because the 42 got into the outside wall.
Yeah, we're going to watch these guys all together here. I know it happened shortly after the 20 murdered the outside wall.
Yep.
Well, no, the 42 got in the outside wall too, and the 09 comes down across the track, and the 58 got screwed over it. I mean, he was in the worst position, basically.
Yeah, I think the 09 lifted because he saw the 42 and.
So that changed a lot. I said that there would be another caution, and there is, but we've had 2 really fast cars take a hit. And that's going to be the guy who's probably led the most laps here tonight, being the 20 car of Russell Charneski. And then I seen the 42 car of Zach McDaniels hit the wall as well. Zach McDaniels. So that's 2 cars we've seen really fast tonight that really probably just eliminated their self-coup.
Yep.
I mean, let's look at where the 20's at now. He's coming down pit road in a 10th position, but geez, man, look at the damage on that right side of that car. He hit that wall a ton. But I'll bet you he's got a fast repair left. Let's see if it pops out here and fixes itself. Voila, there it is. Fast repair engaged. But the problem is, there's probably not going to be enough laps for him to drive through the field now. But he might make me out to be a liar. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go back to that again because I hit on it a little bit. Nation asked me why it would happen. Coop, I think 2 tires might work better for firing off than 4.
Well, you said the car was tight, and we've learned in the past that
2 tires will loosen the car up. Right.
Yeah.
But
so when you're going into 1, I mean, taking off, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how taking off would be.
With the new tire model, we know that the K&N car takes off on low tire pressure, right?
Okay. Okay.
It fires off on low pressure. Well, if they took right side tires and not lefts, the only tires firing off on low pressure are the rights.
I got you.
Which means their left sides are going to bite. I think it actually give those two tire guys an advantage on that restart. I think they had an advantage. No, as fast as a 20's been the whole race, if they didn't have an advantage with two tires only on the fire-off, on the restart, there's no way that 20 would have overdrove his car like that after he lost 3 positions, Scoop.
Yeah.
I mean,
what you're saying makes sense, but it doesn't because of the past, you know?
We know that he took 4 tires, and we know that for these guys to get out in front of him, they've had to have taken 2. And I can tell you that he restarted second, and 19 and 9 both drove around him like he was tied to a stump.
Yeah.
And when that happens and you've been that fast the whole race, the one thing that it immediately sets in is urgency, because there's not many laps left to go. And he overdrove the car coming out of 4 and just walled that son of a bitch hard. So,
yeah, it's got to give you an advantage, even, 2 turns down the road, because, like you said, the left sides are heated up and the pressures are up.
What the fuck is that? Oh. Chance Shrimp Drug Who?
Yeah, I was just trying to read that.
He said, sorry, my son got on.
Ground his ass.
Yeah.
Did he say trans drug?
Oh, we delete that one. We delete it for you, Derek, so it ain't no big deal. Tell your son we said hi, watch a race. All right, so are we gonna get a green-white checker? You think they're gonna get the one to go here, Coop?
About to find out.
We'll find out if the lights go off on the pace car if they stay on, won't we? They're out. We're 2 by 2, 1 to go now.
So that means we can theoretically get a green-white checker.
Actually, this is probably going to count as a green-white checker because they're going to go back with 3 to go. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We may or may not have 2 green-white checkers after this, Scoop. We may or may not.
I mean, if it counts as technically part of the race, I don't know how iRacing works on that.
All right, now this time on this restart, I'm not going to guarantee we're going to have a caution anyway. I don't know. I mean, you got Charneski back there in 11th. Where'd the 42 fall back to?
The 42 is all the way back
14th.
To 14th place. That 10 car had a bad restart too. He lost 3 spots.
Yeah, and he's another one that fired off with 4 tires.
Yep.
I think the 10's okay now on this restart, but he does have some ground to make up in a short amount of time. I'm telling you, looking up front here, if I had to pick a favorite, man,
I'm going with the 19.
Based off how he fired off the last time, that 9 car, Red the Barber, might be one to watch out for here.
He cut my hair last Saturday.
But I'll tell you, last week's winner's out there starting outside on that second row as the pace car goes in here. Corey Cook's going to not waste no time, but you see that 77 of Helmlinger getting a good restart here too. Red the Barber actually got a little bit of a bad restart, but we know coming down in here in the turn 1 and 2, he'll stay on that gas pedal. Corey Cook trying to get away, but he's going to have a whole bumper full of the 19 Austin Wagner. Wagner's he's been the bridesmaid in too many of these things. I think that 19 might be the one to watch, like Coop said. But you see Helmlinger in the 77 drawing these guys in. Garrett Helmlinger, we know he's good on a short run. We've seen him win on these green-white checkers. And it's not really a green-white checker, but we'll just go.
99, so next time by will be white flag.
Yep, they got 2 to go right now at the line. Great battle up here. The 19 is all over him. The 77 not too far back from these 2. You think he'll use the bumper and move him if he has to, Coop? I think he does.
I don't think I'd risk it here. This track's very, very tight.
I think he will. I think the 19's itching for a win. He's got the run on the inside now. Look at Corey Cook, though, keeping in the throttle, making the middle groove work a little bit here through the center of the turn. I'll tell you, if they come out side by side, who it's going to benefit. The 77.
Yeah.
You can see they're side by side. 77's looking for a line to get through here.
I think we're going to go 3 wide at the exit of 2.
The 19 needs to clear him, but he doesn't. That 61 is staying strong there. You see the 77 really benefiting and getting a good run here.
Oh, he turned him.
He turned, and there's the wreck. And your winner is going to be that 77 of Helmlinger when it's all over with. But look at Fagone /Fagande. Second place,
His
Coop.
name is Enrique Fagone.
But to the checkered flag finish line right here, 2 weeks in a row, the 77 Garrett Helmlinger is able to get it done. Wow, you know there's some tempers back there between a couple of them drivers.
Follow me.
So Garrett Helmlinger wraps it up 2 weeks in a row. I'll tell you what, Nation, we're going to get to interview the Red DeBarber.
Where'd he come in at?
Third.
Some of 'em a bit.
So you got Red DeBarber in third. I'll take Helmlinger. Coop, you take Fagone. Nation, you take Red DeBarber.
But I talked to him on Saturday.
We can't have you do Fagone because you're going to call him Fagande, and it ain't going to go well.
Enrique Fagone.
Yeah, so we'll let Coop do that one. But
all right.
And our driver of the day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hands down.
I don't think we have to discuss that. We know we're pulling up for that.
It could be me. I don't know.
All right, let me get our winner up here. Garrett Helmlinger, we got you in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
How y'all doing?
I think that's like 2 weeks in a row.
That is 2 weeks in a row.
Man, Nix, you pull it off next week, that'll be the whole hat trick. So the end of the race, it wasn't really a green-white checker, but it worked out kind of like one. Tell us your strategy there on that last restart.
Honestly, I didn't think I had anything for the 19. I was convinced that if he got around the 61, he was going to set sail, and then I was just going to try and ride behind him the whole time and pray to God I got a second. But then I was right behind him coming to the white, and then going into one, I was like, all right, maybe I can do 7-3 white out of 4, and then they both go into the wall, and I was like, well, all right, well, that's not the way I wanted it to happen, but it happened, so.
Yeah,
time to go.
We don't we don't like to see it in that way either, and it's like I told Coop and Nation that they might have, tempers after that, but it's racing.
It's racing. It's the last lap.
It's the last lap, and
it's for the win.
It's Auto Club, but man, 2 weeks in a row, coming to the end of the season here. We don't have many more races to go before we get into the chase, and looks like the 77 car and driver might be peaking at the right time here, Garrett.
Oh yeah. I was nervous. I was like, whole season long having bad runs, bad luck, and thinking, oh God, I won the championship last year. Now I'm gonna have a shitty season, but I'm coming to form at the perfect time.
Yeah, it seems like you're getting it together at the right time there, and I believe it's your mom that's in the broadcast that got to see you get the job done there. So that's awesome, Garrett.
Yeah.
You got anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, buddy?
Everybody who watched, you guys for putting this stuff on. Love doing this stuff, and I'm loving it even more now that I'm finally winning.
Well, that's awesome. Once again, congratulations there, Garrett, for you and the whole 77 team.
Thank you all.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
I didn't know where to move him. I couldn't find this channel.
Just threw him out.
Yeah, I threw him out to the main lobby. Sorry about that, Garrett. Let's go get Fagone. Is that right?
Yep.
Enrique Fagande.
Oh,
no, Nation.
Damn it.
All right, here you go, Coop, now.
Ricky Fagone. This is Vern Bradley, Nation 101. Is that right?
101.
There's a whole bunch of numbers in there.
No, I don't think there's
It
a.
looks like a barcode.
I don't think there's a Nation 101. There's a Nation 01.
Yeah, he's 101 to me.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
You boys having fun tonight?
Oh yeah.
Pronouncing your name, we're having a hell of a time.
Oh, come on. I want to hear it one time.
All right, Nation, go ahead.
Enrique Fogonde.
That's pretty good.
I'll go with Fagone.
That's pretty good.
Dude,
That one right there
You
is
say
good.
that in a strip club, you're getting laid.
I think Nation might be onto something actually.
I'm just trying to be honest, man.
Dude, you passed for the lead, I think, 6 times tonight. You ran back and forth with the leader the whole time, and then we had that caution. Just pretty much mixed the whole field up.
Yeah, we were having a good race, Russell and I. Of course, we've raced in the past. Had a lot of fun doing it then, and I certainly enjoyed what was going on tonight. Jesus. About 20 laps to go. I think the final time I took the lead from Russell, I started getting fucking leg cramps in both my legs
Oh.
and just could not focus to save my life. I dubbed a fucking restart at the end and managed to get a decent one on the final restart and avoid that wreck to come in second. But there's no way I should have finished second, really.
What was going on with your pit road exit?
I don't know what that was. I just could not get the grip. Getting up to speed, getting into second gear, I spun my tires every time I left pit road, and he put a second and a half on me every time, and I just couldn't get any grip leaving that first pit stall. I don't know if it had anything to do with it. I don't know whether it's an advantage being in the behind a little bit on pit road. I don't know, but he seemed to have the drive that I just did not have.
I think Montoya hit a jet dryer down there.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a couple cars blown up.
Damn.
Maybe they drove through
It
my
coulda
pit
happened.
box, left a little oil in the fucking thing, but it is what it is.
Well,
It was a good race.
You look good out there, man, and it went green for a long time. You did a good job tonight.
I have a question for him actually. On
Go ahead.
that second to last restart there, we noticed a few guys had taken 2 tires and gained a little track position there at the end. And we noticed that you and the 20 of Charneski had taken 4 tires. Did the 2-tire cars, were they able to fire off faster than you guys were, or what happened there?
I think so. It could have come down to fuel load too. I know I probably shouldn't have put any fuel in it because I had plenty to get through a green-white checkered or two. But
you're right.
I'm unfamiliar with with how these cars handle. It's been a while since I've raced them, but I know that coming off the pits with cold tires, it seemed there was absolutely hardly any grip. It just wanted to push right to the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe they do. Maybe they do fire off a little quicker. Maybe they're just that much more grip to start off with. But had we gotten a 10-lap run, I think we'd have driven right back by them. But still, passing here is pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wondered about that with the new tire model that maybe, their left sides not being new, that give them better grip on the fire off. Yeah, that car has a new tire model. That's why when you
All right, that's news to me. So yeah, that's
we actually
that could be cold
That's why you
tires.
were-
if you want to go
Few laps.
right, if you want to go back and watch the rewatch of broadcast, there's a part in there where the 21 gets in the outside wall, and I'm pretty sure he cut down a right front tire.
Really? Yep. Well, that's neat. This is my first time running them, so I mean, it was
Yeah, when you
run
come
for
out,
me, I guess not knowing anything.
when you come out on 4 tires, you'll notice that it handles quite a bit differently than it does after you get a couple laps on the tires.
Yeah, you just want to drive down into the corner wide open and go for it because it feels like it's got grip, and then all of a sudden there just is none. So
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the tire pressure's coming up on the car is when it changes like that. But yeah, it does have the new tire model, so I'm glad that we got you filled in on that. That might give you the gap to get over the hill now, Rick.
yeah, that doesn't matter. I could know everything, and then I still wouldn't know a damn thing. So I appreciate it, fellas.
Hey, no problem,
Just
man.
Enjoy racing with you
Good,
guys.
another good run for you tonight, Rick. Good to see you up here again.
Thank HJRM for giving you that engine to run that thing tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, fellas down there. I got to learn the abbreviation so I know who the hell I'm talking about. But thanks again.
Yeah, good run tonight, Rick. All right.
Throw him out.
Threw him out. Who we got next? We got we got Red the Barber. Nation, you ready?
Do I have to talk to him?
Go.
What's up, Red the Barber?
What's up, man? How am I supposed to go after that interview?
After what interview?
The guy who just left. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Look, I'll fill you
All
in.
you got to do is beat him.
Man, you got Nation interviewing you. He'll walk you right through it.
Look, all I know how to do, because that guy was really detailed, but I'll help you out a little bit and keep it short. All I know how to do is hit that green pedal and turn left, and that's about it.
All
I
right,
got
but
pretty
we
lucky.
need to know when you were turning into turn 4 and turn 3, what you were doing, what your strategy was.
Yeah, try not to hit that big blue wall.
When you were turning into, turn 3, not what lap it was on.
No.
Turn 3. That time, Red, that you turned into turn 3.
Where was your foot on the pedal?
Wide fucking open.
There
you go, man.
I'm happy to see that the chair didn't break on that restart there.
Damn straight, man. That was tough.
He's able to keep the chair under him, Nation. That's impressive as hell right there.
I'm moving
It was
up.
impressive as hell.
But
Hey,
good.
Red, can I ask it? Was that your paint?
That was my paint. Yep, mine and Adam and
called
Kenny's
it.
both.
Good job.
It wasn't
It is
just
a
me.
very
me and
good
him both.
job. Very
me and
good
him
job.
both did it, but it wasn't all me.
Just make the logos a little bigger for the Miller.
I was trying to. I have some questions for Nation about that.
Us old people,
I know.
we can't read those small logos that
I
good.
wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna fucking answer that.
That's what we were talking about earlier, about our logos being a little bit too small.
We can't.
But,
Old
on the
people
tire
can't read them
thing,
good.
Before I forget about it, on the tire thing, I did take 2 tires at the end, and they will hold up pretty well on this new tire model.
They fire off
no
good,
problems at
don't
all.
they?
I thought I was gonna have some issues. I've taken only 2 tires twice in this game ever, or in this sim, and I've spun out on the first lap after that every time. And this was the first time I did it, so I was a little bit hesitant, but they stuck right there, and I felt like I was on a new set. Actually, even better because they were already fired up, and I didn't feel tight at all.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I said based off the past, man, it's hard to take 2 tires because of the old tire model.
Well, it looks like the new tire model that Tyler and them might have found, them 2-tire guys there might have found something, and we could see that, especially on a track like Homestead, to finish off the championship, that might come into play. So
Red, is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Adam. He was he finished P4.
Really? I'm not first?
No. You're like 5th.
Adam was 4th tonight. Your team did really good.
4th,
Yeah,
Adam was
3rd and 4th
both
tonight.
had pace in practice and qualifying.
You
And
guys
I knew
did
if we could
great.
Keep him clean, we'd be right there. He was a little faster than me. Don't tell him that, but he was a little bit faster than me.
That's the first thing I'm going to tell him.
Man, good job. Congratulations to your team tonight, too, there. 3rd and 4th position's a great night for you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was fun. We had a good time.
Good job, Red.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to get our driver of the day up here, Nation.
Son of a bitch.
Here we go. Right now.
Who's Hal Amy? I don't even know the guy.
What's up?
Oh, shit. Is it that guy?
Nation's disclaiming ownership.
What's up,
I'm
Hal?
surprised that Cinderella ain't in bed.
Damn.
Son of a bitch. Well, Hal, obviously, you got your 9,300,000,000th, whatever, driver of the day.
Not a good trick.
Still, you won that.
We're thinking you might have done better if you took 2 tires every pit stop.
Might been better if I didn't miss my pit stop.
Yeah, that too.
Well, yeah, there is that.
There's a start.
You'd probably been about 2 laps better if you hadn't, Hal.
Uh-huh.
No penalties on pit road tonight, feller?
None.
Good deal. Nation, you done talking?
Just missed my pit.
Well, congratulations, though, on the 9,285,000 driver
I
of the day.
think we're up to the
Billions?
We're up to the billions.
We might be at like,
Yeah, I think we are.
what,
Hal.
13.1
Yeah.
billion, Nation?
Yeah, it's in that arena.
Gotcha.
Just let you in on a little information. Those guys taking 2 tires, they're actually benefiting from it now. What do you think about that?
Huh.
I know it would be on the short run.
I was like, fuck you.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you during a green flag run to go down on a green flag run and take 2 tires. You know,
Last guy I seen take 2 tires, that's what that wreck was.
Really?
Yeah.
actually, that wreck was a 4-tire car.
And a 2-tire.
The 4-tire car is the one that started it, though.
You gotta look that the winner of the race took 4, but the guy that finished 3rd took 2.
The ones that would, who would have likely finished 1 and 2 though, Coop, were 2-tire cars.
Right.
Well, and didn't mean any good. I was still a lap down, so.
They actually got into it with each other and wound up in the wall and God knows where else on the racetrack. And
just relaying the mind-blowing information, because that is unheard of.
My mind is blown.
We witnessed it in the broadcast, so when you rewatch it, you'll see it.
Unheard of. Take a look around.
This tire
So, Hal, Amy, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
My mama.
There you go.
What about my mama?
Everybody's mama.
You should thank your wife for keeping track of the driver of the day.
Screw her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Now there'll be a lack of that, Nation, so don't play that.
There's already a lack of that.
We ain't
Dude,
getting into
you're
that
my
here.
age. There's a lack of that.
Oh my God. Coop, what the fuck we get ourselves into here?
Dude, it's just the way it is.
All I did was put the stream up, damn it.
You act like I led you here. No.
You wait till you watch this broadcast, Hal. This thing went.
I did was sit here.
Oh, I won't be watching it.
It went downhill in a hurry.
You're gonna shit a chicken. You're like,
Apparently, Nation hauled a hot crackhead girl around.
I didn't say hot.
You said she had teeth?
But they're probably fake.
Man, I thought Dylan was going to take me out.
He took himself out.
Well, he's got a job
On
now.
a pit road right in front of me.
Actually, he did. That was in front of you.
Yeah, it was
Didn't
right
he?
in front of me.
Didn't his computer crash or some shit? Or
Yeah,
that's
and
what
came back in.
Right, that's what put him laps down was his computer crashing. We think the 21 at one point in the race might have blown a right front tire, Hal.
Really?
Yep, it looked like he cut down a right front and smacked the outside wall.
Huh.
Hey, he brought it home 5th tonight, though. He recovered from it.
That's a nice
deal.
recovery, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought it home. Let me pull up the fucking results so people can actually see them. There's a top 10 up on the board right now. Helmlinger winning it. Fagone/Fagande second.
Enrique.
Red the Barber, Tyler Lambert bringing it home third there. His teammate, the 13, Adam McKinney, bringing it home fourth. Jorge Bustos, who may or may not have blown a right front tire, brings it home in the top 5 tonight. Burt Wilson in sixth. Charneski in the 20 car. We've seen him have his problems towards the end there. He's going to bring it home 7th. Troy Cook, another car that had some issues, going to bring it home 8th tonight with the 51 car. 63 of Glenn Jamison in 9th. The 42 of Zach McDaniel rounding out the top 10. Where did the guys fighting for the lead wind up?
Nation, you may have to dial 911.
Why?
Lady's coming up here to whoop my ass.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Hey, Hal, I'm sending you your new paint.
Oh, okay.
He'll make sure he gets it to you about the time you're in intensive care, Hal.
What's that one gonna make me 10 laps down?
Oh, fuck you.
The 61 finished 13th and the 19
Oh
car.
man.
This is what we do.
I see where they're at. They're 13th and 14th.
Okay.
So that did not work out good for them there, Coop.
No. That's unfortunate.
You hate to see that towards the end, but it's the last lap, and you got two guys just fighting for it.
Can I throw this out there?
Sure.
You say Fagande, but then you say Jorge, and that's spelled George.
I said Enrique.
Well,
You know how many times I got corrected about Jorge's name?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
George.
You know how many corrections it took for me to pronounce that Jorge?
Well, it's Spanish.
Right.
You gotta say it like ha.
Ooh.
Nation and I called him
You like
George.
that one, buddy?
We called him George, didn't we, Nation?
No, I called him Jorge.
I called him George, didn't I?
Yeah, because it starts with a J.
But it's
Us Americans, we're sorry.
we know that it's Jorge. I don't have a problem calling Fagone. I don't. But Nation does.
Yes,
I don't have a problem with anything that you guys do. I'm just fucking with you.
But the name does.
Shut up, Coop.
Yeah, but see, I mean, with the J being in front, if you look at Jorge's whole name, Bustos, you know he's.
Yeah.
It's a Hispanic name, right?
You got Ricky, which is American as hell, and then you got Fagande.
And we say Jesus and they say Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
So that would make common sense that when you have a J there in Spanish for George, that it's not. It's Jorge. Because we don't spell George. We don't spell George with a J. We spell it with a G.
We spell it with the jungle.
Right.
But you know what? In all honesty,
Georgia, the jungle.
we should spell it with a J.
Right. And in all honesty,
it would make more sense.
In all honesty,
it would just make more sense to do it.
Fagone shouldn't have a D in it.
No. Get
Nation's
rid of the
name
D.
starts with an A.
So the end
Fuck
result
you,
is.
Hal.
Does it end with an E, Hal?
Anus.
Oh, really? Come on.
I was going with
fucked
asshole.
up, man. Well, that'd be more fitting, I guess.
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it, Nation? Asshole, anus.
Jorge the Jungle.
I guess I'm a Spanish asshole. I don't even know Spanish.
He's a Spanish
I
asshole.
don't even know Spanish.
Just watch a couple episodes of Dora the Explorer, you'll understand.
I'm pretty sure that anus isn't Spanish.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
I don't know why we don't just turn this into.
See?
For the life of me, I can't figure out why we don't turn some of these broadcasts into sitcoms.
I'm for the life of me, I can't understand why YouTube don't turn them into the FBI.
That's a good point.
Crime Watch.
We are not the smartest people on
Especially when we're talking about a certain state's churches and their lack of teeth.
Wow.
I didn't say it. Coop did.
We were just talking about the goddamn state itself.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you guys cannot be left.
You know what it started over? Shipping of used tires.
Yeah.
You realize that, right? All this come down to shipping of used tires.
So that's what makes it fun.
And I knew that Coop works in West Virginia, and I know that you live there and that you drive a van and sometimes drive it out of the area for people. So I thought that maybe you could get you a run up by where Coop's at and pick those tires up. I was trying to save you on shipping.
He's trying to make himself innocent. That's what he's trying to do.
That is what I was aiming for there, Coop. That's why I brought that up. I wasn't, throwing that out there that Well,
I don't know what you're doing with all that rubber.
I did tell him to get one of those crackheads that he's getting in good with to make an appointment up around there where Coop works and go up and pick the tires up.
I don't get good with these people.
I don't know that.
I take them where they need to go, and that's it.
I don't know that you don't get in good with them,
Maybe
Nation.
they need to go get tires.
Right, maybe they need to get tires. But well, you take them to the doctors, and while you're waiting on them, you go get your goddamn tires from Coop.
I don't dare say
That would be cool.
dealership. I don't dare
That would
say
be cool.
the dealership I work at right now. That would be bad for business.
You're probably
Dang
right.
it.
Well, he ain't going to bring the crackhead with him. They're going to be at the doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
It's pretty early in the month. I
Doctor's
think
appointment.
But probably just having Nation there is bad for business.
they're
It
cashing
would be
checks right
bad.
now.
What's your
Cashing checks right now.
what's your van say on the side of it, Nation?
Free candy.
Hitman.
I'll tell you off the broadcast what it says on the side of it.
You'll do what?
I'll tell you off the broadcast what it says on the side of it.
Why can't you say it on the broadcast? You drive the fucking thing down a public street, don't you?
Yeah, but it's for the federal government. So,
But you're still driving the thing down. Well, I mean, the police department's cars around here say Polk County Sheriff's Department on them.
Edward Snowden's listening to this conversation.
Wow, Nation says Toys R Us.
Yeah, mine's right. It's good.
It's an undercover van.
His has been relabeled as it's the Retards Are Us van, Hal.
This van's rocking.
It
Get
damn
me
sure
out,
should.
please.
Toys R Us or Retards Are Us, Nation?
No shit. Okay, I lived
Either
on the
one will work.
I lived on the street. The address was too long for the most people limit the characters. So the road is called Center Free Methodist Road. So they would abbreviate it to Center Free Meth.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's quite fitting.
Does it say free meth on the side of your van? Is that what it says?
It might as well.
That's how you get
It
it.
might as well. You'd think with all the crackheads in there, it did.
You didn't do the
damn.
point set, did you?
No, I gotta do that. I gotta end the broadcast to do it. So we don't have very many people tuned into it. Give us a like, a subscribe if you haven't, and other than that, hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, we really don't care. We're gonna do it tomorrow night, same way, right?
We're gonna do the same shit.
If you didn't like,
that night off.
if you didn't like tonight, don't tune in tomorrow night.
That's right.
Because you probably won't like that fucking thing either. But
Fuck
That
no.
thing's a piece of shit.
for everybody that does like it, we appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll have a lot of fun just like we did tonight, and voila, that'll be it. Other than that,
Y'all
good
take
night.
care.
Be safe.
Clothing optional.
That's because we can't see them through a camera.